Make sure to check out the first Copperbell Mines video in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of the Dungeon Lore series. In this series, I hope to expand upon things you might not know about Final Fantasy XIV dungeons, as well as discuss their individual stories and lore. This episode's dungeon is the hard mode version of Copperbell Mines. The Copperbell Mines were originally a thriving set of tunnels and corridors bursting with valuable minerals and materials, and were harvested by the Thorn dynasty of Uldar via the enslaving of many Hecatonkaias. After the giants revolted against their masters, however, the mines experienced a collapse after the ruler of the dynasty ordered the giants be trapped within. A long time later, during the 7th Umbral era, the mercantile group Amagina and Sons received permission to begin digging in the collapsed tunnels to find the rumoured veins still remaining within. This, however, merely led to the release of the enraged Hecatonkaias, biding their time still alive in the tunnels to unleash their rage. After this, the city-state of Uldar called upon adventurers to remedy the issue by visiting the mines proper and clear the shafts of the giants for good. In current times, the Copperbell Mines have been reasonably active again since their original clearing by the now Warrior of Light. However, speaking to Hugabert in Revenant's Toll, rumour has it that Copperbell Mines look something like the 8th Hell recently. The stone torches standing guard in and out of the mine seem to be covering up the commotion much more capably than they are able to tackle it. The Hecatonkaias, rising up once more from within the depths of the tunnels, have the mine completely overrun once again. Hugabert suggests we coincidentally find ourselves outside the entrance to the mine, and speak with the stone torch there. At first they attempt to wave us off, telling us nothing except stating that the uprising is naught but baseless rumours. But after a few moments, a loud scream erupts from the depths of the tunnel, and the stone torch nervously proclaims that it is absolutely not the yell of a miner trapped within the ruthless giants. But after this, they give up the ghost, admitting to all of the rumours, and they tell us that they have already lost scores of men attempting to quell the chaos, and that even the Spriggans, usually docile, have become aggressive to interlopers. They go on to put their conscience past their pride, and reluctantly request our help, asking us to once more banish the giants and free the mines for the people for good. Upon entering the dungeon, there is a comparatively gloomy feel compared to the original foray into the mines. Heading through the first shaft, we find that the Koblins have repopulated the mine, and approaching closer, a Hecatonkaiya bursts through the nearby gate, attacking the party. Passing through the gate, we take the still working lifts down to shaft B1, heading out into the more open area, where we find another patrolling giant and a few revenants. Passing the now collapsed side path heading over the bridge, we find a Spriggan known as Biggie, who seems to want to claim something of the mine for themselves. They call upon their fellows, some of whom attack the party from behind, while the Spriggans in the nearby lifts throw rocks at the party members. Following on, the party must clear several blockages of the collapsed rocks, while more Spriggans and giants continue their assault. In shaft B4, we find 2 more giants in the larger pile of the collapsed rock, after which we pass through into the area known as the Screaming Dark. Originally, we fought the giant known as Kotos here. However, the way forward is now collapsed, leaving the only route open as the one out onto the wooden scaffolding above the chasm. Here, we find the Hecatonkaiya Mastermind, another giant who attacks the party. During the fight, they cast several magics at us. But when injured, the Hecatonkaiya slowly sets fire to the scaffolding. As the fight proceeds, this fire spreads slowly across the entire scaffold, meaning the party must defeat the giant while retreating, or suffer a burning defeat. The giant also calls for several flambeaux, which attempt to self-destruct in a huge area. When backing down even further, more Hecatonkaias appear to defend the Mastermind. Upon defeat, the party can exit the burning scaffolds and proceed through to the next shaft, where they find Biggie once again, who flees down the now destroyed second lift. The party jumps and gives chase, and finds several miners still trapped within the caves, and bolstered by their potential rescuers, immediately begin mining at the next collapsed rocks. 2 giants break through the nearby walls and attack the miners and the party, while fulminators occasionally appear from the collapsed rock. The giants keep appearing until the rocks are cleared and the party can proceed. We turn the corner into the Crying Dark, where we first fought the large slime known as the Icarus Ire. This time, however, we find Biggie infused into the large stone Gogma Golem. During this fight, the party must again use the blasting device, but instead of luring bomb sprites to explode, they must use the bombs generated from the device to slowly damage Biggie's stone armor. Biggie moves around the room at random, slamming stones and crashing on the floor to damage the party, while many kindling sprites appear, casting fire on a random target. As the stone golem becomes damaged, we can slowly see more of his exposed core, and Biggie uses it to blast burning puddles onto the floor. Once the armor is destroyed, Biggie falls from it, attempting to destroy the blasting device. And upon defeat, the device is broken and Biggie screams that they are too young to die. The party proceeds through an opening into the final shaft, where the walls and area become more crystalline, with a small stream flowing through the rocks. We find mostly innocuous beasts here, although several patrolling giants still attack the party on sight. Once several of the Hecatonkaias are defeated, a final, very large one bursts through the nearby wall, and after its defeat, the party can follow the path down to the Cold Throne. Here the party finds Oranos, an enormous Hecatonkaya, wielding a large spiked hammer. This giant is presumably one of the great leaders of the Hecatonkaias partaking in the invasion and reclamation of the mines, and has an intimidating look with one eye covered with an eye patch over a large scar. After engaging the giant, he screams out that we defeated his son, confirming him to be the father of Gygus the Great, the giant we defeated on our original journey into the mines. During this fight, the giant calls upon an abyss worm to tunnel around the sandy center of the arena. This worm occasionally searches for its prey, and the party must use the small crystallized rocks around the arena to bait the worm away from attacking the party. The giant, meanwhile, uses its large hammer to cleave everything in front of it, using its mercurial strike to knock party members far away. When injured, more Hecatonkaias burst through the nearby rocks and attack the party. Oranos also uses a devastating but avoidable power attack, heavily slowing any unlucky enough to be caught in the blast, as well as using a mighty roar to damage all party members. Upon defeat, the giant collapses to the floor, and after he vanishes, we can see the stranded miners enter the arena, cheering and thankful for finally being free again. And that's the end of the story and lore for the hard mode version of Copperbell Mines. A second journey into a mineral-rich shaft, only to find that the giant's invasion was perhaps for more of a sentimental reason than we could ever have thought. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy XIV lore, and I'll see you next time for the hard mode version of Hawk Manor.